You may have a dog who likes to dig up your yard. Many people come home, they find these monstrous holes, and they're not really excited about that. One of the things we've got to consider is the dog getting enough exercise? That's first and foremost. Dogs need to run. They don't need to walk on a leash around the block, they need to run. So we've got to get our dog retrieving, bringing the ball back, the toy back, giving it up to us every time so we can throw it again. You don't need to drive to a dog park every morning with your dog, take an extra hour and a half, because most people aren't going to do that every single day of the week. All you need to do is get up 20 minutes early, find a piece of grass near your house. If your house doesn't have a big enough yard, find a boulevard section. Teach your dog how not to run out into the street using the perimeter training sections on the DVD. And throw your ball. Get them tired. If they have that exercise in the morning, they're going to be more compliant, more relaxed. Then if you're able to come home at lunchtime or have someone come over, run them again. If they're young, it gets that energy burnt out of them. But at least a minimum of 2 runs a day is going to help the situation. If the dog is still digging at that point, then you're going to take your dog up to the hole that they've dug, show them, take them by the back of the neck, take them up to it, show them what it is, stick their face up to it, kind of, start to get a little agitated with it, saying, "Did you do this? I don't want you digging. No digging." And you can snap the line as you're telling the dog, "No digging. No, don't do this. No." And increase the firmness of the correction a little bit each time until the dog starts to realize it's not an acceptable behavior, not happy with it. Doesn't matter if you caught them in the act. After the fact is just as appropriate and just as effective. You want to have your collar in line on the dog when you make the correction so that if they squirm, they cannot get away from you. Another thing that you can do is when you fill the hole in, put the dog away before you do this so they don't see you doing it. Fill the hole in almost all the way and place some of their dog poop on the top of that dirt, then cover it over with a thin layer of dirt on top of that. Then let the dog out and you go about your business. Now, when they return to that hole later to dig, they're going to start digging through their own mess. And they're not necessarily going to like that because many dogs like to poop off into a certain area because they don't want to step in it themselves. So when they start digging up their own feces, it's going to put them off. It's quite a good deterrent for many dogs. So you can try it. It is one thing that does work.